got some coffee with a cute cozy. And I have all my whips in front of me because today we're gonna do a whip parade. 2021 is just a couple days away. And to get ready for it, I need to make an album for my Magical Stitches year, I guess. And it's supposed to be done by New Year's. So I have just a couple days to complete that, and I need to photograph all of my projects where they are right now. So I thought, why not do a whip parade as we go? So I wrote out my 2021 whip list, and I have it down to 1 page. That means I did have to knock one off. I took one out of my lineup because I don't think I'm gonna finish it. Fabric choice is everything. And Happy Christmas is back on because there's no way I'm gonna finish that. So let's go ahead and dive in. First one is my absolute favorite. Did anybody else put their favorite for number 1? Truthfully, it is my oldest whip that I have. This one was started in 2017 and is halfway done. And yes, big red zip of life. It's a biggie, and that's why it is taking me so long to work on, but I'm enjoying every minute. Let me just fold it up here so you can see what I've worked on recently. You can see I have a little bit of pink up here in the corner, and that's kind of what I've been working on over the last month or so. So this is my number 1 whip. Do I have a cover page for that? I think most of you know what big red chip looks like. It's by Ink Circles, and it is on a full yard of fabric. It's huge. I'm stitching it 32 count 2/2 on an antique white linen. And I'm using Fiberlicious threads in the Ocean Sunset colorway. This is what I have left to stitch, so all sorts of warm colors. I'm working it in an ombre fashion, and I'm hoping to complete that entire row of pink this year. So 3 new colors. I'm sure I can accomplish that. My second whip, this was originally started in 2018, but I started the second piece just this April with Stitch Mania. So this is Country Cottage Needleworks Main Street, and I'm just putting a few of them together here so that there's a line of shops. You can see I started the second one in orange. That's the part I did in April of 2020. And that is the coffee shop. And I have 5 of these all together to put in my line. I'm stitching this on the called for fabric, and I'm using the called for colors for this. All right, my third project is a 2019 start, and it is Prairie Life Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. This is the one that's based on a little town or a little house on the prairie, I guess, which is a fun show and book series. And this is where I am. I have the top corner done. I should probably put some work into this. I would have liked to have some more progress on this. That's okay. I did make a few slight changes in coloring for the trees because I didn't have what was called for on hand, but my changes are very slight, so I don't even know if you would notice them. And that's on Vintage Country Mocha fabric. This next one is also on Vintage Country Mocha. I went through a kick there with the Vintage Country Mocha. This is Summer ABCs, which I also started in 2019. I worked on this on my trip to Washington State that year, I remember. So I remember exactly when I started it. So I've gotten the alphabet through P done. which means I'm on the second half, I'm close. So I should probably be able to get this done this year, I think. Another 2019 start was Winter Circle by Mill Hill. I don't have the cover for this one either, but you can see my progress. I have quite a bit of this done. You can just imagine that the border goes all the way around here because I did start in the center. So I'd say maybe just under half. Way to go. That's not terrible. Okay, my next one, this is called, it's just called Autumn. I always say Autumn Sampler. I think a lot of people do because it looks like a little mini sampler. But it's by Cottage Needleworks. I just really loved these when they came out, and I remember my family gave me the whole set for Christmas that year. So I still have summer to do, but I've got winter and spring finished. And once I get autumn done, I'll start that last one. I've got all the words in. I just have to work on that house up on top. This linen is a mystery. I'm not sure what color it is, but it is a 32 count and I'm stitching it with all of the called for colors. This one does not get a lot of love from me. I should learn to love it a little more. Truthfully, I'm not sure if it's like what it is about this one I don't care for. I complain a lot about the threads. It's Valdani cotton, and I bought it kitted up by somebody else, so maybe if I had done it myself I would have enjoyed it a little more. I'm still working on the alphabet up here, but you can see there's Quakers here, which are really fun, and I actually can't wait to stitch on those. And then the quilts here, which I may actually end up omitting the quilts and just keeping the top part of it. You can see they did that on the back, and it looks really cool like that too. So let me show you how far I am on this. I've gotten most of the alphabet on top done, and then quite a bit on this one side here. And I'm stitching this 32 count mellow, and I'm working 2 over 2. Another fun one from 2018. This is Cross Stitch Nation. I think I originally started this the year ahead, like 2017, but I ended up restarting it because I wasn't happy with my fabric choice. We had, my friend Kim and I had dyed this ourselves, and I don't know, it was kind of wonky, so then I had to re-dye it, and I like it a lot better now. It is tiny though. It's probably a 22 count fabric, and we're just doing it 1 over 1. It's really cute. So I've got the first 2 little people done. I need to work on some more people. Next up is my Satsuma Streets, Pretty Little London. We went to London and I started this soon after we got back. Maybe a year after we got back, because I got started in 2019, but it was kind of to commemorate my trip there. And this is a mystery blue fabric, which I love. And there's my little progress. I have not stitched much on this. I don't know why. It's not one I pull out very often, but I like it. I actually enjoy stitching on these blocks of color. I think that's why I like my Prairie Schoolers so much as well, because they have blocks of color. They're just kind of entertaining to stitch. So this one is Through the Storm by Silver Creek Samplers. And it's kind of a fun wedding sampler, I guess you could use it as. This year is my husband and my 20-year anniversary. So I thought it would be fun to kind of commemorate that with this, which I love the little ducks, and I love rain. Not everyone loves rain, but I do. I'm from Seattle. So ducks and rain are cute to me. And I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus pewter. This was my favorite fabric for a while. I love this one. And I'm almost done with it. I know I could get this done in just another session or two. But most of the words are finished. I think I have the word together to do on the bottom, and then the rest of that grass. So that's not terrible at all. So Winter Circle by Cricut Collection is my next one. This was also started in 2019. You can see those adorable little snowmen. I'm stitching this on a fun color. It's called Mint by Picture This Plus, but I have been using the called for colors in my threads, minus the white. For the white, because they're snowmen and they're supposed to be sparkly, I have this petite lame braid. It's just so cute and sparkly. And it really does add a little something to this. I'm not really in the sunlight. You can't see the sparkle so much, but it's pretty cute so far. All right, next on the list is Hocus Pocus. This is another start from 2018. This is also on that pewter by Picture This Plus. And you guys can see I'm nearly finished. I just have those two last areas on the bottom and the border down there to go, and I will be finished. I did use some fancy floss on this in the white area and the gray. Okay, so everything from here on out, minus the last one, should be a 2020 start. And this one I had worked on, I think I got March and April done, and then I didn't start anymore after that. Well, I got May done too. It's just not finished. This is Hands On Designs Year of Celebrations. Maybe I'll try to get 3 more done this year. I have May done. I had to add some ugly fabric to make my fabric a little longer because it was really close to the edge. You can see how close it was. And this is Vintage Country Mocha that I'm stitching it on. I just had an extra piece from one of my other projects. And I'm changing the colors because I didn't want to use all of the overdyed threads. I just wanted to use the DMCs. So I'm kind of converting it as I go. And that's probably why I stopped doing it too. But who knows? Maybe I'll throw February and January and then I'll have half the year done. Okay, this one is Miss Bingley's Library by Plum Street Samplers. I love that this lady is on the roof of her house with all of her books and those beautiful flowers. Just so cute. Some more mystery blue fabric. And I have a big portion of that house done, and that's really all I've gotten done on this one. So I should probably either work down into the words or up into the roof, and it'll be a little more fun next time. This one I started at Easter time, and it's called Hip Hop Chockful by Hands On Design. And I got just the jar done in the first carrot. So I have quite a bit more to go on this one, but it's adorable. Those chock-full jars are like one of my favorite things. I like mason jars anyway, so when you put them with flowers and bunnies and Santa Claus, it just gets me. I love it. Next one is Winter ABCs. And this one I started last year in the winter time. I did not get very far. You can see here I got through F. So I have quite a bit more to do on this one. And this is on Lakeside's Vintage Tundra. I think I'm using the called for colors on it. Okay, and now we're into our Mania starts from this year. And I have worked on some of these since Mania, which is good. This one is winter. It's called a country winter, sorry. And it's by Plum Street Samplers. I'm using called for threads and called for fabric. And I'm getting some good progress on this one. This one I love. I think it's just so fun. And it's another one by Plum Street Samplers. This is Crone on a Hill. This one I really can't wait to stitch on again. I haven't stitched on it since Mania. I don't know why I didn't pull it out for Halloween though. Oh, I know why. Because I had a new start at Halloween. And I was obsessed. So, hold on. Upside down. My vulture needs to be looking the right way. I just got the first little portion of this done, and the fabric I'm using is Chocolate Milk by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Steph. It's a nice warm color, although everything's coming off cool on my camera. It's really pretty. Now this one was probably my favorite start during Mania, and I've pulled it out a handful of times since then, but I love this one. I love it. Indigo Lane by With Thy Needle and Thread. This was a quarantine purchase before my LNS was open. I actually ordered the kit online and started it from Mania. So let me find the cover. Oh, I already showed you the cover. Let me show you where I'm at. Now there's a couple of changes made because they didn't have the floss in stock. I'm working on a 36 count linen. Here you go. So I've got some of the flowers, Quaker type flowers up in the top there. And I've just started on the house. Got about half the grass in, which is nice. This one is just so pretty. I love the color scheme. I like literally just fell in love with it and needed it. And I bought it. This one is so cute. It's called The Frog Motto by Annie B's Folk Art. So cute. And I did not get another chance to work on this year, so just progress from Stitch Mania. There's my little lady in her fancy blue dress. I did put in a fancy floss for her dress. But otherwise I'm using DMC. My next start from Mania, this is also one I don't think I went back to. I did get the flag all done though. Maybe I did. This is Hands on Design, Where Liberty Dwells. And I'm stitching the pillow, the square pillow, I guess, the rectangle pillow. And here's that. And this is Baker Lake Blue by Lakeside Linen. I remember the name of that blue. It's because I grew up near Baker Lake. All right, my next one is Summer in Nantucket, and this is another Plum Street Samplers. I did revisit this one a couple of times and finished quite a bit of it. Almost all the buildings are done. So next time I can finish up the lighthouse and work on some of the sea creatures down below. Next up I have another Country Cottage Needleworks, more houses. This is Liberty Lane, and I have always loved this one. I've darkened up the colors just a little bit here. And I have a very measly start, but here's what I have. Some of the banner at the top and just a little bit of a tree so that I could kind of stitch down into the houses. This was another Mania start that I did not revisit. This one has had a little bit of work since Mania. It's Country or Silver Creek Samplers, Dandy Dreams. That's what this is called. Dandy Dreams by Silver Creek Samplers. It's so pretty. And this is where I am. I have the first part done there. I love stitching these words. Silver Creek Sampler does a lot with words, and I always love stitching them. Words seem to go so quick too. Okay, truthfully, I love this project, but I am regretting starting it a little bit. It's a little daunting because of the amount of stitching that actually needs to occur on it. And it's because it's near full coverage. I think that's why it scares me. You can see the pop of border in between every one of those little squares. But it is a little daunting, I will say. It feels like a measly start, but it's not. I have a few of the little triangles done at the top. And my fabric choice is a little dark. I ordered this for this project, and it was just, you know how things look on the internet and in real life. I thought it was going to be lighter, and it wasn't. This is Stellar by Picture This Plus, and it is a beautiful fabric. I just don't know if it's right for this project. I might hold off on that one, just to see how I feel about it. But this is a project I've wanted to start for a really long time, so I'm not ready to give it up yet. All right. Now this is the one that really got me going over fall. I loved working on this one. I started it in October. It's called Cats on Pumpkin, and I thought what a fun design that was. I loved kind of the swirly little words, and of course the cats and all the Quakers. Rosewood Manor made this one, and I'm using a Color and Cotton fabric I got in my monthly subscription, and I got quite a bit of this one done. So I have one more cat to add, and then just a few of those designs down near the bottom. So not too bad. I was really obsessed with this, and I see why. I could easily be obsessed with that one again. So I started this one in November, and it's Winterfell Friends by Silver Creek Samplers. Cute little snowman, cardinal. Now I got one side of it done pretty much. So I started working on the fence my way down to the snow. But I still have that cute snowman to go in. This one's on Nantucket Sky. It's an Opal Ada, 14 count. So it's pretty, nice and wintry. I think I changed some of the colors because I couldn't find them. Or maybe they just didn't look right on the fabric. I can't remember why, but I did change a couple colors there. And then my last one is Happy Christmas by Prairie Schooler, which I really hope to get done in 2020, but it did not happen, and it's okay. When you see it in the Q-snap, you can't see the top, but Santa and his reindeer are not stitched yet. I just got the houses done. So let me show you where I am on this one. I've been working on this recently over here in the tree, but I have another house and some snowflakes to do, and then all of the snow along the bottom and the border before I even go up on top. So chances are this will still be my WIP pile next year, since it's only a couple days away. And that's okay, because I love stitching on this. So that is the last one in my WIP list for next year. Now the one that's missing is called Light by Barbara Anna Designs, and I decided to take that out because I had barely started it. I probably got maybe 300, 400 stitches in, and it just wasn't calling me. I knew I was dreading that big dress already, so I took it out, and I may restart it someday. It was probably not the right fabric choice, so I'll revisit it again. just not this year. So anyway, those are my WIPs, guys. I'm looking at this pile down here and I'm a little afraid. When they're all piled up, they look a lot more daunting. But I really am looking forward to getting back to each of those. My goal for next year is to touch each of those at least one time, if not more. So I already have a tracker in my planner where I can kind of color in little times I work on it, just to see my progress, you know. And hopefully all of those WIPs will turn into finishes next year, right? At least a lot of them. That would be great. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed looking at all my WIPs, and I can't wait to see you guys next year. Bye.